Once again, right back to Sports Talk 101. And then more people picture video will wrap you up. After wrap up the SEC today, have one team left in the SEC, that's Vanderbilt. We'll be doing their team real quick and of that. So I've done the entire ACC, I've done the entire Big Ten, I've done the entire SEC, I've done Notre Dame, I've done the three military schools. I make my way to the Big 12. I think I have 4, 5, 6, 7 more times to go to the Big 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 teams will be in the Big 12. So I'm getting most of it. I'm getting all these. The goal is to get many of these uploaded to YouTube as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. So bear with me. I'm doing my best to get it up to YouTube. Vanderbilt's a really good team. A great year with Diego Pavia. Really good team. Was it 9-3 or 10-2 last year? Coakley, yeah, coach. I love Coakley. He's a really good coach. Really good recruit class every year. Of course, come nicely in the transfer portal like they do every year. Who doesn't want to transfer to Vanderbilt? Because of the way they're playing football and never Diego Pavia and company over there. They went 10-2 last year, 62 Big Ten. Their win total right now is 5.5. I'm taking the over. Look, do I think Vanderbilt can replicate that next year? Success they had in 2026, so 2025, in 2026, maybe. This part of me that thinks so, part of me just doesn't. Look, I've watched Colorado a lot to know who was a good team, who was not bad teams. And Vanderbilt is a good team, okay? They have held to be. I look at the schedule. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tough games. If they can navigate those 5 games, which I think 4 of them will be losses, easily losses. I mean, you could win, you could go 9-3, you could go 10-2. I think Vanderbilt will be set. Just go put out there. But look, I like Vanderbilt. They're a really good team offensively, really good team defensively. You compete in the SEC. All right, you're starting to see the 3 wins right there. You're beating Austin, LCP, you're beating Delaware, you're beating NC State at home. So look at the schedule. So LCP at home, then you get Delaware and NC State, 3 non-con games all of the season. To start with 3 non-con games right there. 3 non-con. Then you go on the road at Auburn, on the road at Georgia, come home against Ole Miss, home against Arkansas, and on the road Kentucky to finish the first half season. Bye week. Come off your bye week. You get on the road at Mississippi State, come home against Alabama, on the road at Florida, and come home against Tennessee. I think you go on the road. I know that's a tough place to play. I really do. That is a really tough place to play. So I take the over. 5.5. And lost to Alabama. That's 4 losses right there. I think they can finish season 8-4. Could you beat Tennessee? Possibly. But I don't see it. Look, Tennessee is slightly better than you. Actually, is better than you, excuse me. Look, Vanderbilt's a good team, offensively. I said this before. Vanderbilt, under Diego Pavia, off the NFL, I believe now. Look, Vanderbilt's a really good team. Aiming for, I think, his record for 2026 for Vanderbilt. I think that's a reasonable record. I love Vanderbilt. They're a really good team offensively and defensively. I mean, this is a team that is really good on both sides of the ball. So we'll see what Vanderbilt does in 2026. But I do think the future is, I do believe the future is bright for Vanderbilt. And I really like Coakley. He's a really good coach. Again, you come to SC, you got Tennessee, you got Alabama, you have Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas. I mean, those are really the best teams in the SEC. Of course, Auburn. I feel like Auburn, Missouri, Vanderbilt are 3 teams that a lot of people go right off on. But these are 3 dark horse teams. Okay, these 3 teams can make an impact in college football day in and day out. Of course, you got Oklahoma up in the list, really good team in the SEC. You kind of get some years could be Arkansas, kind of. Mississippi hasn't been the team. Mississippi State, Kentucky, Florida hasn't been the team in the SEC that's been really great. But South Carolina, Shane Beamer, of course, last year was disappointing, but Shane Beamer, South Carolina has been a really good team in the SEC. So I've seen, look, they're competitive. Look, it's the SEC, first of all, okay, we'll talk about, okay, a lot of competitive nation there. But I think if Vanderbilt goes 8-4, that's a little bit of a step back from last year. I do think Vanderbilt will take a step back next year. I know the whole Diego Pavio is really great. I just don't think Vanderbilt is good for. I think that's a step back. Could they prove me wrong? 100%. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and support someone else in the video. Peace.